The shirts reading "Breathe Easy, Don't Break the Law" have been sold by Mishawaka police officer and local businessman Jason Barthel. A couple members of the South Bend City Council complain the shirts are divisive. Barthel's response: when we use the slogan "Breathe Easy," we're referring to knowing the police are there for you.
SRN's Rich Thomason says it could cost Barthel's store some business. The South Bend Tribune reports the city of South Bend is among the store's customers. Dish Network subscribers unable to watch Fox News Channel and the Fox Business Network today when those channels were taken down as part of a contract negotiations. The Fox blackout is just the latest skirmishes cable and satellite TV providers fight with networks. Dish has more than 14 million subscribers. This is SRN News. Now that Sony's been brought to its knees by a vast cyber attack, companies around the world are trying to tighten up their security to prevent hackers from getting at their computer systems and the stuff on them.
So far, the Sony hack has led to embarrassing information from inter-office emails being made public, a lawsuit from employees whose information was mined, and caused the studio to cancel a movie that could cost it hundreds of millions of dollars. One security firm says that the Sony breach should be a real wake-up call because, in this case, the hacking was done with the aim of destroying a company rather than financial gain. Gordon Griffin, SRN News.
Tom Brokaw says his cancer is in remission. The veteran NBC newsman says he'll soon begin a drug maintenance program after months of chemotherapy. Last February, Brokaw revealed he'd been diagnosed 6 months earlier with multiple myeloma. More details at srnnews.com. From Washington, I'm Wally Hines.
Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you can make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? Yes! According to the U.S. Census Bureau, you can make almost twice as much. Going back to college is now easier than ever. There are select online colleges that provide laptops to their students. In fact, there are thousands of college programs on your laptop. You can go to college anywhere and everywhere right from a laptop. Call My College Laptop and you can find hundreds of programs from accredited colleges and universities nationwide. Start a new career in law enforcement, business, information technology, healthcare, and hundreds of others. Call My College Laptop to find an online college that will provide you with a laptop. In no time at all, you can double your earning potential. Double your earning potential. Call now. 1-800-731-4185. That's 800-731-4185. 800-731-4185.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. As a successful motivational speaker and trusted life coach, Nancy knows how you can live the life you want regardless of the challenges you face. Although she's legally blind, Nancy's mission is to inspire others to overcome obstacles and live life full out. Call in at 800-333-0001 to ask Nancy for advice on topics such as relationships, finances, business, health, and more. Just call 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Good afternoon. How is everybody doing today? Today's Sunday. Wow. Just started the new week and just celebrating the weekend, and from California to New York, everywhere in between. I'm so proud that you're able to join us today for the show. We have a really exciting show today. We're talking about goals, setting goals, attaining those goals in life, how to not self-sabotage ourselves from not achieving goals. Today is about moving ourselves forward into the new year. And it's so important to focus on goals when we can, because life goes so fast. We have a very limited amount of time, and we want to make sure we maximize our potential. My name is Nancy Solari. I'm a certified life coach and a motivational speaker, and I'm so excited to be here with you to be able to help you to live your life full out. We are live today. The number to call in is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. As someone who's visually impaired, I got to share with you, I have to set goals big time. Because if I don't have a plan, then I can't get things done. Because being visually impaired, what it's taught me is that I have to be prepared. I have to over-prepare sometimes, because not everything in my life I can do on my own. So sometimes I have to delegate or ask for help or find people that can help me attain the goals that I have in my life if I can't do them myself. So I want you to think about today, who in your life can you turn to for helping you to stay accountable to your goals, to your dreams, to empower you, to inspire you. Think about those people. Now, not everybody is going to be that person. You got to make sure you choose the right person for the right goal. Some people are going to be more technology minded. Some people are more emotional in terms of being able to be a lively spirit for you. So I really want you to think about over the hour here, who can you turn to in your life as we go ahead and set goals. Now, it's really important that if you have any questions, call in. This is your time. The number to call in again is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. We're going to go to the lines. We have Michael. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks.
Great. Welcome to the Living Full Out radio show.
Thank you.
Yes. So tell us what's going on.
Well, I'm a high school math teacher, and I love seeing my students succeed and be able to reach their full potential. But high school math is a tough subject to teach. It's a subject that's required, and all students have to take it. And the kids oftentimes get pretty bummed out and aren't very motivated. And I'd like to know how I could best get through to them and for them to reach their potentials and for me to know that I've accomplish my goals that I've set out for myself.
Well, first of all, you sound like a great teacher. The fact that you're even calling in today, wanting to do what steps are needed to inspire your students, for that, I'm proud of you. Okay. Now, what you might, and what you might want to think about is find ways to make math fun at their level. What are they into? Are they into songs? Are they into sports? Maybe even adding in numbers related to sporting events or, different award shows. However you can make math fun and relatable to their age group. Because, you're right. Math, science, those are tricky if you're the right-brained person, if you're that creative type. Okay, then there's going to be some students, I'm sure, that are more left brain that just excel at it, that love it. And when it comes to writing, they might have challenges at that. So it kind of depends on the type of student that they are. Now, do you feel like most of your students are, do they understand the value of math? How much they're going to use it in everyday life?
They struggle with that an awful lot. I try. But sometimes they kind of, live in a bubble and can't see too much beyond the walls of the high school.
I think what would be really helpful is even if you could bring in maybe a guest speaker would be helpful. Again, somebody at their level, somebody who would just come in for a few minutes, really speak to them about how learning math improved their life, or somebody who maybe didn't study math as much in high school, or maybe didn't really get it even in college, but then later on they realized how much it meant to them. Because sometimes, you're like a parent to them, Sometimes it's hard to be the only one delivering that message.
It is. That's a good idea.
Yeah, just, as many creative things as you can do, adding humor to it as much as possible. But I have to tell you, math is a subject that has been very challenging for me as well. And I would have loved to have had a teacher like you, someone who cared so much about wanting to make sure that I got it at an early age. So feel good about that. Keep exploring. And also, do you go to any continuing education courses throughout the year?
National Council of Teachers of Mathematics.
Okay.
That's a conference.
Okay. So going to conferences, any profession that anybody's listening to today, whatever your profession is, and for you it's mathematics, when you're at those conferences, really plugging into, what do other people do to keep it vibrant in the classroom? Really soak up and getting ideas in that way as well.
Right. Good.
How's that sound?
Good.
Great. Well, here's the thing.
I'm working on that.
Yeah, you're going to do great. And what I'd like you to do is stay on the line. We're going to get you information because actually I do have some information I think would really help you in inspiring your students. So hold on and we'll get you information. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. You bet.
Bye-bye. Thank you. What a great question. And, I mean, who hasn't been there? You know, different topics, different subjects of life, they can be challenging. And that goes right into what we're talking about today. You might want to go after a goal in your life that you know nothing about. And it might mean that you have to educate yourself. You have to really wrap your arms around what it would mean to do that, to be that new profession, or do that, or be in that hobby. And so, for example, for me, I really want to take on learning guitar this year. I got a guitar, and I've tried in the past, but for me, learning guitar is a bit more tricky because I can't see the strings or the frets or anything. So at one time, I had a guitar teacher that was fully sighted, and he was a great teacher, but he couldn't teach me, as someone who's legally blind, how to navigate the guitar with my finger. So what I have done is I've now found two blind guitar teachers and one visually impaired guitar teacher, and I'm going to go with one of them. And again, continuing to go after that dream, that goal of being able to play. So whatever it is that you're looking to do, if it's a hobby, if it's a professional career that you're looking to transition into, I want you to call in today, because together we can kind of bounce off some ideas and get you moving and get you establishing a plan so that those goals can be achieved. Again, we're live today. The number to call in is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. Now, goal setting can sometimes be a loose thought. We all say, you know, especially around the new year, we have all these New Year's resolutions that we're going to do, or maybe randomly throughout the year we decide we're going to go on a diet. But establishing a plan is critical, and making sure that the time frames that you set forth are reasonable. So if you're going to do something, let's just say losing weight, you know, set a plan that makes sense. You know, how much weight can one naturally lose in a month? And what does one need to do to lose that weight? We all know it's working out and eating right. So what does that look like? How many calories can you intake? Really thinking it through, being a little bit more methodical in terms of what it is that you're trying to achieve and the steps that you're going to take to get there. So whatever that goal is, again, this is the time to call in, 800-333-0001. We are live today. Now, looking ahead, you might also have some career goals for yourself. If that is the case, let's talk about that. You know, do you have the education that you need to step forward into that profession? If you don't, think about, you know, where you can go to get that education. Obviously, cost is a factor. With the internet these days, we have so much information at our fingertips. Literally, you can go on and find free resources, low-cost resources. There's a lot of workshops and conventions that are dedicated to different professions that are open to the public. So really explore what is possible. Then consider, okay, how much is that going to cost me? Look at your budget. If you have the money to do it, take the next step, invest in yourself, and put a plan forward of, you know, taking those classes, moving forward and getting the experience. If you don't have the money, then the next step is to maybe take on a part-time job or figure out a way to increase what the money that you're making now in your job so that you can have that extra money to pursue your goal and dream. So again, it's going back to thinking it through, really processing, making sure that you're not just going about it whimsically, but really focused. You know, living full out is about having drive, it's having focus, it's being tenacious. So you want to have a full life. You want to have a very adventurous, a very exciting life. That's what we're here for. And so don't ever let anybody tell you that something can't be done. Don't ever tell yourself that you can't have something or won't achieve something. Anything that's an N''T, take it out of your vocabulary, okay? The Living Full Out radio show is about moving forward in life. It's about really going for it. So again, throughout the show today, we're talking about goal setting. The number to call in is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. Again, my name is Nancy Solari, and we're talking about goals today and how we can harness those goals and really live our lives full out. Again, that number is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. Remember, you're worth it, and we're going to get through this together.
Imagine relaxing with a cup of the finest tea in existence. Complex, perfectly balanced, fragrant teas that were once only reserved for emperors and royalty are now yours to enjoy with Waterfall Teas. With a range of fragrances, flavors, and pleasures selected from the most elite tea regions in the world, the nectar of the tea leaves of our exquisite teas spreads goodness from the mouth to the whole body, making every essence of your being rejoice. Go to waterfallteas.com and let Waterfall Tea Company be your personal tea sommelier. waterfallteas.com.
Living Full Out is a motivational speaking and life coaching company dedicated to helping others achieve their potential. Whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching or seeking to empower your employees with customized presentations, Nancy Solari will give you and your team the tools to de-stress, self-motivate, and pursue your vision for the future. To find out more about our coaching and presentation options, visit livingfullout.com or call 310-909-7800. Again, that's livingfullout.com or 310-909-7800.
Are you looking to attract more clients for your business? Well, the folks at Directory Tree can help. They can connect you with business owners, presidents, and C-level executives that make decisions on buying your services. Usually these executives are difficult to reach, and they make most of the decisions. Directory Tree can help you to connect with these business executives. Their expert team does all the work. They craft the message, send out the email, and track the results. Let Directory Tree promote, manage, and grow your business. Contact them at 800-340-1117. That's 800-340-1117.
The Living Full Out radio show would like to thank all of our partners. They are a great resource to the show and to the community. If you own or manage a business and would like to promote your services, give us a call to partner with the show. You may even qualify for a guest hosting segment. Please call us at 310-909-7800 or email at partner@livingfullout.com. Once again, that number is 310-909-7800. Or you can email us at partner@livingfullout.com.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. As a certified life coach, Nancy can help you to overcome challenges and start living full out. Call in with questions live at 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Welcome everybody to the Living Full Out show. We are so excited to have you today. We are talking about goals and how to really go after them in a big way and what we need to do to make sure that we secure those goals. Again, we are live. The number to call in is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. Now, before we go into the rest of the show about goals, I have a very, very special interview today. We have Anthony Rinaldo from NetVendor. Anthony, are you there?
Hey, Nancy, I'm here.
Hi, Anthony. Thank you for joining the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I would love for you to tell our listeners about NetVendor. We'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, sure. NetVendor, it's a web-based technology company that offers the ability for management companies to outsource a paper chasing function that they would normally do inside their office. That's kind of the headache. They turn it over to us, and we automate it for them.
See, and that is so important. That is so critical for so many companies. And for everybody listening, Anthony is brilliant, okay? So the fact that he even came up with this is just he found a need and he, answered that call. So tell us, Anthony, how did you get into this business?
Sure. I've kind of been entrepreneurial my entire life. So prior to NetVendor, I was a vendor inside of the multifamily management space, and was part of a process that paid a current competitor of ours. So we looked at exactly what that business was, and we saw some opportunities, and where this current provider, this vendor credentialing provider, kind of lacked in some areas, and I thought that it would be a good opportunity because there was virtually no competition in the marketplace to kind of, develop a plan to enter into the space.
See, and I love that you have that ability to spot that opportunity and just really go for it. Now, have you had challenges? I mean, no one has challenges in business, right? So have you had challenges over the years?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And what are some of those, just so our listeners can understand that process?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest challenge in starting up something like that is really finding the right people to be on the bus with you. Mm-hmm. I think it's really just a matter of that right there. Find the right people to, you start out with this thing here, and getting going for me has always been kind of easy. Honestly, my father from a very young age, he was always pushing me and driving me to set goals for myself, and so it's kind of easy for me to do that quite openly. It's defining your goals, putting them in writing, making sure they're realistic and attainable, and then often revisiting them to see just kind of a check and balance of where you're at and if you need to tweak things along the way. And part of that process for us is just as we slowly grew as a company was that fine balance of letting go and delegating to the right people to take over the task that you normally have always done.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. And so when we talk about your day, like what that looks like, is that what you're doing all day, delegating, finding the right projects for people in your team?
Yeah, it really is. I'm kind of at that spot right now where we've grown to double-digit employees. So it's really just kind of manning the ship a little bit, making sure that everything's in order, driving sales a little bit, and just like you said, just kind of watching over everything.
That's great. And when we talk about goals, what is the goal for your company, for your personal life, for your vision?
Well, I've always had, I think, the entrepreneurial spirit in me from an early age, since my father was in business for himself, and I saw the advantages that he had for being in business for himself, and likewise for me, it's a balance of, not only just the economic benefits, but for me in my life, it's always been about my faith and my family, and then everything else that follows after that. So, my time, I love the fact of I can, when I accomplish my personal goals, it frees me up to have the time to do things that are most important in my life, and they center around, my family and my community.
Mm-hmm. That is the beauty of having your own business. I mean, there's a lot of challenges with that, but at the same time, and it will eventually give you that freedom to do that. And I know freedom is a big thing to you in our conversations we've had previously.
Absolutely. Yeah. Number one.
Yeah, absolutely. Just curious, because you are so motivational, do you have a thought for our listeners today when it comes to goal setting, something that's really stuck with you?
Yeah, it's funny, as I get older, I often revisit that very question, like what is the key ingredient and the key element, and some of it's just, your upbringing, some of it's just, an event in your life that you have that drives you, or a relationship or something like that. For me, I would say the key thing is that once you do those things, I think it's always important that, once you create this vision inside of your head and you write these things down and you make these goals realistic and you're revisiting them, is just to never let go of it. It's just the diligence and the tenacity of just having the drive to, never take no for an answer.
Oh, well said. Well said. Because that is critical. You gotta go for it. And how can our listeners reach out to you if they have any questions? Because again, you are such a strong, wonderful, inspirational speaker.
You're too kind. Well, if they want to, they could call me. That's fine. That's 503. I can give my number now.
Yeah, absolutely.
503-922-1111, and just punch in extension 120. And that would go to me.
That is great. So again, if any of our listeners have questions, again, Anthony, took time today because he believes so much in inspiring all of you to live your life full out. Thank you, Anthony, so much for calling in today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday.
Hey, thank you, Nancy. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. You too. What a great interview. Thank you so much, Anthony. And again, we're talking about goals today. This is your time to call in, get motivated, get inspired, and put a plan together so your dreams and goals can and will come true. Again, the number to call in is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. We're going to go back to the lines. We have Angela. Welcome to the Living Full Out radio show.
Hi, how are you, Nancy?
Hi, Angela. I'm wonderful. So tell me, what's going on today for you?
So I am actually in commercial real estate, and obviously it's strictly commission. And so basically I have meetings goals and sales goals, and it's a lot of hard work, and I can get really stressed out at times. For me, for example, just, a couple weeks ago, 2 deals fell through in the same day. And how do you stick to these goals when, times get tough and everything, you just feel like you're getting knocked down, and how do I push through these challenges?
That is a great question, and actually I really do feel for you, because I actually have had a career in real estate as well for 13 years. So I was in residential.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you know.
I do know. Okay. I know when those deals fall through. I know, maintaining clients of all different personalities. And here's the thing. You have to keep in your hands at all times, close to your heart at all times, believing in your worth, your value, and what you bring to the table. And that's really important when it comes to real estate, because for people, if they don't know out there listening, real estate agents don't get paid till something closes. Okay? So, a deal can be very long. They can fall through. Or they can, have buyers or sellers that have you lingering for years sometimes that they're going to buy or sell. And so the thing is what you want to make sure you do is just know your value, know your worth, make sure that you surround yourself with, other professionals in real estate, but sometimes some out of real estate, because you want to make sure that that you're not feeling alone, that you have that camaraderie. I always tell real estate people, make sure you go to your office meetings, make sure you tap into a networking group if you can. And if you can do that, you're going to be great. I promise you. It's just knowing that you are special. Whoever gets to work with Angela, they're lucky. They're so lucky. And so that's how you have to think about it. Now, I'm not saying have a huge ego or anything, but I'm telling you, you are fabulous. And if they get to work with you, or even if they don't buy, they're going to come back around, because there's only one you. You can only give the service that Angela can give, which is, top of the line, 5 stars. Okay, so believe in yourself.
Okay, awesome.
Okay,
perfect.
So stay on the line.
I need that. Thank you.
No, absolutely. Call in anytime. Stay on the line. I want to make sure that we can further support you, and we'll go ahead and get your information, send you some more info, okay? Thank you, Angela.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You too. Have a great day. Wow, that just brings back tons of real estate memories for myself. So, and maybe others of you are in real estate as well, or insurance, or, any industry where you are independent contractor on commission. Those jobs are ones where you got to have that vigor, that fire, and belief in yourself that you are worth it. And for everybody else, just having a lot of pride in the job that you're doing, that's so critical. And so, as we go along today and we're talking about goal setting, it can be, hobbies, it can be professional goals. This is the time for you to call in and get that support. The number again is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. Again, I've been in real estate, I've been in the music industry, I've been in the entertainment industry, and there's so many different professions out there where the stresses can just pile up. And we got to be able to diffuse that stress. If you're stressed out, you're not going to be able to be creative. You're not going to be able to plan. You're not going to be able to envision that goal that you want for yourself. So consider yourself sometimes like a soda can, all shook up. And when you pop the top, you explode. We want to diffuse that today. So call in to get the support today. That number again is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. We're talking about goals, going after them in a big way, and most of all, really grabbing hold of your life, living your life full out. So we'll be back after this commercial break, but, know that I believe in you. The listeners are here to support you. So don't be afraid to call in. Again, that number is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. Living full out is about going for it in life, really being tenacious, exploring, researching, taking action, having gratitude along the way for all that you've learned. So again, you're not alone. That number is 800-333-0001. I want to thank again Anthony Rinaldo for a great interview. And coming up shortly, we have a special guest host, Jeff Eisen, who is one of our executive producers on our show. And I know you're going to get a lot of great information from him as well, and we'll be taking more calls. Again, that number is 800-333-0001.
Imagine relaxing with a cup of the finest tea in existence. Complex, perfectly balanced, fragrant teas that were once only reserved for emperors and royalty are now yours to enjoy with Waterfall Teas. With a range of fragrances, flavors, and pleasures selected from the most elite tea regions in the world, the nectar of the tea leaves of our exquisite teas spreads goodness from the mouth to the whole body, making every essence of your being rejoice. Go to waterfallteas.com and let Waterfall Tea Company be your personal tea sommelier. waterfallteas.com.
Living Full Out is a motivational speaking and life coaching company dedicated to helping others achieve their potential. Whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching or seeking to empower your employees with customized presentations, Nancy Solari will give you and your team the tools to de-stress, self-motivate, and pursue your vision for the future. To find out more about our coaching and presentation options, visit livingfullout.com or call 310-909-7800. Again, that's livingfullout.com or 310-909-7800.
Are you looking to attract more clients for your business? Well, the folks at Directory Tree can help. They can connect you with business owners, presidents, and C-level executives that make decisions on buying your services. Usually these executives are difficult to reach, and they make most of the decisions. Directory Tree can help you to connect with these business executives. Their expert team does all the work. They craft the message, send out the email, and track the results. Let Directory Tree promote, manage, and grow your business. Contact them at 800-340-1117. That's 800-340-1117.
The Living Full Out Radio Show would like to thank all of our partners. They are a great resource to the show and to the community. If you own or manage a business and would like to promote your services, give us a call to partner with the show. You may even qualify for a guest hosting segment. Please call us at 310-909-7800 or email at partner@livingfullout.com. Once again, that number is 310-909-7800. Or you can email us at partner@livingfullout.com.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. A professional motivational speaker, Nancy can help you overcome obstacles and start living full out. Call in with questions live at 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday, and we are just getting lots of great calls right now. I'm so excited. Everybody's really setting those goals and going for it. Today, we have a very special guest host, as I mentioned, Jeff Eisen. He is actually our executive producer with the show. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
I am wonderful. And when you're not here doing the show, you're at Directory Tree. Tell our listeners about that.
Well, our agency handles a lot of things. Basically, what we do is we help companies promote, manage, and grow their business. That's pretty much what we do. We help them to try to attract more clients and obtain more sales.
Well, and Living Full Out has been the recipient of a lot of those services, and they blow me away. You really blow me away how creativity you are at so many things. So,
well, thank you.
Thank you. So we are here. Jeff and I are going to take some calls. Again, the number is 800-333-0001. And the first call we're going to go to is Amanda. Welcome to the Living Full Out radio show.
Hi, Amanda.
Amanda?
Hi.
Hi, Amanda. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. So tell Jeff and I what's going on.
Oh, I don't think I can hear Amanda on my headset.
Oh, you can't hear Amanda?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, no, unfortunately. I can hear you just fine, Amanda. So go ahead. What's going on?
Well, pretty much I set a New Year's resolution in January to start losing weight. And after a few weeks, I just didn't see the progress that I wanted to see. And so I became a little discouraged. And I just wanted some pointers or just some motivational help to get back on my weight loss journey.
You know, there's probably a lot of listeners nodding, right? Going, yes, I have that same challenge, because who hasn't, right? I mean, you're the spokesperson for us all right now. Let's see, Jeff, can you hear Amanda yet?
You know, I think we're having some technical problems on mine with my headset, but I know that our great engineers
are on it. Okay, so Amanda, I'm going to address this one for you. So here's the thing.
All right.
When losing weight, when trying to get healthier in general, right, it's best if you can educate yourself. You know, find out what diets are working. what foods help you to boost your metabolism, to help you burn fat, whatever it may be. Consider various types of workout plans that you might be able to turn to so you can, stay on the path and not get bored. See, what people tend to do is they are very habitual. They eat the same things and then they burn out. They do the same workout, They burn out, and your muscles get used to what you're doing. So, what's your plan? Have you considered a workout that you might want to try that you haven't yet?
No, not really. I mean, I was thinking of getting a trainer,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess I just needed some motivational help as to how many different workouts should I do a day.
Mm-hmm.
What my diet should be.
Well, consider losing weight as like a part-time job, okay? And so what you want to make sure is that you are, interviewing. You want to interview some trainers and find one that is really on the same page from a motivational standpoint and also from a goal perspective as to who you are. You might want a male, you might want a female. I would interview 3 people. Okay? You might even want to Google and see if there's any workshops in your area that you can learn nutrition and learn things that you haven't tried before. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Yeah, because you're worth it. I mean, I have no idea at this point because we're just hearing each other, where you are right now with your health. But the thing is taking the first step is just talking out loud, saying, I have a fitness goal. I want to lose so much weight. I want to get healthier. I want to try new workout plans. If you put that out there, it's going to happen. And we'd love for you to call in and, keep us posted on your progress. Let's keep like Team Amanda here. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So what I want you to do then before you call back in is I want you to do some research, interview those trainers, check out some food plans, kind of assess all that, call us back, give us your goal, and say, Nancy, I'm calling back in to tell you my goal, and then maybe 30 days later, call back in again. Okay?
Okay, 30-day checkup.
You got it. I can't wait to hear about the progress. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And Amanda, stay on the line. We're going to give you some information to help you with those fitness and nutrition goals. Okay? So just hang on the line and we'll get you information. Okay? Thank you so much, Amanda. That is such a great question that she had. And who doesn't have fitness goals? Jeff, are you with me? Can you hear me now?
I am with you now. I actually heard her tail end, and I think your advice was right on. So,
Perfect. Well, we missed you. We're glad you're back with us. So, very good. Okay, so we're going to go back to the lines. We have Daniel. Daniel, welcome to the Living Full Out Show.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, great.
Hi, Daniel.
Thank you for joining us. Tell us what's going on today.
Well, I'm a college student, and I am graduating in this upcoming May. And so far, I've been lucky enough to have my mother support me through college, paying for my rent, tuition, phone bills, car bills, everything pretty much. And my ultimate goal is to find a professional career after graduation. And the thing that drives me is feeling guilty about using my mother's money because she is struggling with a job that she dislikes, as well as suffering from depression. And I just want to pay her back, and I want a job to help her out financially so she doesn't have to work as hard. Mm-hmm. But I also have a girlfriend that I've been with for a year, and I want to be with her after graduation as well. So I'm conflicted. I don't know whether to choose from money to be independent or my girlfriend for companionship.
Oh, that's a great question. And I can hear in your voice that this means so much to you and you're really struggling. Jeff, what do you think?
Well, I think that that there's a lot of things here. I think that the first thing that should be done is to have a open conversation with both your mom and your girlfriend. I really commend you on having such a good role model with your mom, really sacrificing a lot there. So I would ask that, have you had that open conversation with them?
Not with my mother yet.
Okay. So maybe, do you think you can start with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then from there, really, you'll find out what the best decision is. Your mom sounds like a great parent, and she's willing to sacrifice, so she has your best interest. And I think if you Nancy might echo these sentiments, but if you have that open communication, it makes things so much easier.
And I was going to say, too, Daniel, I think it's really important to remember that families are a unit. You're all on a team. You're in it together.
Right.
Okay? So it isn't, your mom or you and you're all separate. You're in it together. So communication is key. And trust me, she's going to love that you're willing and wanting and willing to contribute. And your girlfriend, she's going to look at that and say, wow, that is a great man. I am dating a wonderful man who's willing to do that for his mom. So you can't lose at this. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
No, you're on the right track.
You're welcome.
And go ahead and stay on the line, okay? We're going to get to your information because, I want to be able to motivate you into these next couple of months and keep you strong while you do this, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, so what a great question.
Yeah,
That
really
just speaks to my heart, and I know, you've had that experience as well. We've all been there for our families, and what are your thoughts, Jeff?
Well, I think family is important. That support model around you, is extremely important. I also think communication with, your friends and family to let them know where you are. Holidays can be joyous and stressful at the same time.
Absolutely.
And you want to, so I would say that communication is just key for that.
And, Jeff, we're kind of closing out the segment here. Believe it or not, it goes so fast.
It does.
Related to goals, what's your motivational thought for our listeners today?
Well, I would say in relation to goals, you may want to take, the big goals that you have and break them down to smaller goals. So, I've always had the saying, how do you eat an elephant? When you look at an elephant so big to eat, and you really, eat it one bite at a time. That might be a small goal for the day or even for the hour to get things done. And then eventually those hours, that 1 hour here or that day there or that week, usually end up in accomplishing the goals that you set forth.
And that makes a lot of sense, really. It's just about assessing a plan, taking action, and going for it, being fearless and just going for it. So, Jeff, you're obviously executive producer with our show, and he's just running around here throughout the show, making sure that everything's running smoothly. But, with Directory Tree, how can our listeners reach you? Because if they have some marketing needs or really anything, you're like a one-stop shop for so many things.
Well, thanks, Nancy. And you're an easy client to work with and a pleasure as well. They can go to our website or call us. Our website is directorytree.com, or they can call us at 800-340-1117.
Perfect. So everybody, if you have questions, give Jeff a call. And again, we're live today. That number is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. We're talking about goals. We'll be right back.
Imagine relaxing with a cup of the finest tea in existence. Complex, perfectly balanced, fragrant teas that were once only reserved for emperors and royalty are now yours to enjoy with Waterfall Teas. With a range of fragrances, flavors, and pleasures selected from the most elite tea regions in the world, the nectar of the tea leaves of our exquisite teas spreads goodness from the mouth to the whole body, making every essence of your being rejoice. Go to waterfallteas.com and let Waterfall Tea Company be your personal tea sommelier. waterfallteas.com.
Living Full Out is a motivational speaking and life coaching company dedicated to helping others achieve their potential. Whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching or seeking to empower your employees with customized presentations, Nancy Solari will give you and your team the tools to de-stress, self-motivate, and pursue your vision for the future. To find out more about our coaching and presentation options, visit livingfullout.com or call 310-909-7800. Again, that's livingfullout.com or 310-909-7800.
Are you looking to attract more clients for your business? Well, the folks at Directory Tree can help. They can connect you with business owners, presidents, and C-level executives that make decisions on buying your services. Usually these executives are difficult to reach, and they make most of the decisions. Directory Tree can help you to connect with these business executives. Their expert team does all the work. They craft the message, send out the email, and track the results. Let Directory Tree promote, manage, and grow your business. Contact them at 800-340-1117. That's 800-340-1117.
The Living Full Out Radio Radio Show would like to thank all of our partners. They are a great resource to the show and to the community. If you own or manage a business and would like to promote your services, give us a call to partner with the show. You may even qualify for a guest hosting segment. Please call us at 310-909-7800 or email at partner@livingfullout.com. Once again, that number is 310-909-7800. Or you can email us at partner@livingfullout.com.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. As a trusted life coach, Nancy will help you overcome setbacks and embrace all life has to offer. Call in with questions live at 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Hello, everybody. Wow, everybody is sharing so much great information today and questions related to goals, so keep them coming. We are live. That's 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. We are going to go back to the calls. We have Lana. Are you there?
Hi, Nancy.
Hi. Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. So tell me, what's going on today?
I'm pretty much contemplating the next step in my life in terms of my career. I graduated with my bachelor's degree in human resources some years ago, and I've just been living there and working like various jobs, trying to pay off my student loans. And I was staying with my long-term boyfriend, and we're now married, and we have a house, and we're pretty much stable, but I'm just very unhappy at my current job. And so I was just trying to decide if I should move back to Houston and start my career there, or if I should just stay in College Station and try to look for a better job there.
And College Station is where you live now. Well, I have to say, there's a lot of different things going on here. First of all, your husband, would he be able to get a job in Houston?
Yes. My only worries is that he actually is happy with his current job, so I would he'd only be uprooting for me.
And is he willing to do that for you?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Well, first of all, on a positive note, that says so much about your relationship. The fact that your husband would be willing to leave a job he loves to further your dreams, your goals, and really kind of give you that shot. I mean, I just want you to know that touches me. Like, that's such a wonderful bond that you should be really proud of that. Now, the unfortunate thing is the unknown. Unknown can be scary. So if he quits his job, and if you don't have a job, then you both might not have a job, and that might be kind of a scary place to be. However, life is about stepping out there and going for it. Would you say that it would be fairly easy for you to get a job in human resources in Houston, and would it be fairly easy for him to get a job in his profession in Houston?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm 100% sure.
You're 100% sure?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's pretty high percentage. So, and that's really the question you have to ask yourself. Sometimes we don't have to overcomplicate things in life. If you have somebody in your life, like your husband, that's willing to make that journey with you and is supporting you like he is, and if you feel that by making the move to Houston that there's a 100% chance that you can get jobs for the both of you, I say go for it. The only time you wouldn't want to do that is if you felt like the jobs might not be there, because that might put you at a financial risk. But if you feel like so confident that that's the case, I say go for it, because time is so short. You know, you got to live your life full out now. Okay? So what I'd love for you to do is call back in, next couple weeks to a month from now. Let us know how it's going. Okay? I'm going to have you stay on the line. We'd love to get your information, and we're going to send you some information that will kind of help you to stay motivated over these next couple of months as you make this transition. How does that sound?
Okay, thank you, Nancy. I feel so much more better and confident about my decision to possibly move. Thank you, Nancy.
Well, you're very welcome. I believe in you, so I say go for it. Sounds good. Okay. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. So that's a really incredible, wow, what an incredible bond that her and her husband have. I'm so inspired by that, and hopefully you all are as well. We're going to go back to the lines. We have Jessie. Jessie, welcome to the Living Full Out Radio Show.
Hi.
Hi, welcome. So tell us, what's going on today for you?
Hi, Nancy. My goal is to make sure my both children graduate college and get their life started without any string attached in their back, like student loan. Currently, I'm the only breadwinner. I'm paying for everything, including the living expense. And my husband got sick recently, and he's getting dialysis at home, and I'm doing that. So I feel that once my children have their life started, I can start taking care of myself again.
Sure.
And I don't know if I can keep doing it until then. So sometimes I feel like if I can make it enough.
So are you trying to decide, what is the big question? What's the heaviest thing on your heart? What are you thinking?
I want the best for them. Like, I don't want them to get any loan.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
At the same time.
Yeah, you just want them to be debt-free and support them as much as you can. And I think that's great. If you can financially do that, if you can, help pay for bills until they get jobs of their own, that's going to just really help them to have that leg up, because there are so many people that graduate and have tons of student loans, and sometimes they get jobs right away in their professions, sometimes they don't, and they're working part-time jobs, and then it kind of becomes this big hole that they're trying to dig out of. So if you can support your kids and be there for them, I think you should stay the course and do that, because it sounds like really that's where your heart is. But at the same time, when your kids are able to start making money, they really should, because obviously you want to make sure that your financial status stays strong. It's kind of a family unit. Everybody wants to be strong together. You don't want to be out of synergy where you're paying for everything for them, but yet, it might be hurting you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe in you very much. We really appreciate you calling in today, and stay on the line. We want to go ahead and get your information so we can keep you motivated. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, so many great calls today. Thank you so much for calling in. We're going to go back to the lines. We have Jay. Jay, are you there? Hi, Jay. Welcome to the Living Full Out Radio Show.
Yes, thank you. I wanted to call. I've been hearing some great motivational conversations going on, and I've been having a goal for myself for next year and trying to get a film together that I wanted to make, and I just haven't been able to put it together, and I was just wondering what you think would be the steps I should take in trying to make this happen. Living in Oregon, not in California, so
yeah,
it's a little tricky.
Well, what do you think is the number one thing that's holding you back from being able to do that film?
Well, I think maybe it's just the fear of not having it come to fruition, and just putting the pieces together and just not seeing it come together and be finalized. It just seems like I get partially there and then kind of put the brakes on, so I'm not really sure what's happening.
Well, the biggest thing when so many people, and I've been there too, have been in this place, because fear can paralyze us. Sometimes the fear of success can even hold us back. And I think it's really important, Jay, that you keep that vision of what your film is going to look like very close to you. Always live it, breathe it, think about it all the time. Envision getting an award one day. Envision the completion of it, that first initial screening. Picture all those qualities that are going to happen at the end of it when it's done, because that's what you're going to need to keep you moving forward. And there's going to be challenges. Like somebody who owns their own business or somebody who's starting a film like you are, There's going to be tons of the unexpecteds, but if you hold in your heart and in your hands that vision for your dream, for your film, and you keep that alive and you keep talking about it, and really, again, putting together deadlines, benchmarks for when you're going to hit certain things to be done by so it does actually happen. How does that sound?
Well, that sounds important. The deadlines aspect is probably what's necessary. I'm just not creating deadlines for myself, so definitely going to work on that and build it as a resolution for the 2015.
Yeah, I mean, we just have a few more minutes, but I was going to say, I would definitely create deadlines. And for anything that's a deadline that you're not sure how to achieve that deadline, find an expert that can help you with that. You know, go online, free resources, low-cost resources, or hire an expert because we don't know everything. So if there's a deadline that you're unsure about, seek support. But I believe in you, and we'd love for you to stay on the line and, you know, in future calls, give us a call back. Let us know how it goes, okay?
I will do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay, for calling in. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Wow, so many wonderful calls today. Thank you, everybody who called in. We've had a wonderful show. I want to thank my entire Living Full Out team. Everybody is, you know, here in the studio taking calls and, you know, working on the behind the scenes, make sure the mics and everything is working. And I really value our Living Full Out team because each week we focus on making sure that you can live your life full out. We're going to be here next week with a very empowering show. And so, again, that number to call in is 800-333-0001, and this show is for you. I mean that sincerely. There is nothing that you can't achieve. This is your life. It is time for you to grab hold of it. And like we talked about today, setting goals means putting together a deadline, putting together time frames for when you're going to meet certain markers. I know that you can do this. I want all of you to stay in touch with us, stay close, keep us posted on your progress. And then we will obviously be back next week. It's another live show with more guest hosts, more interviews. We're all about helping you to live your life full out. Have a great day.
Channels, the radio channels, CRN.
Live, world famous Las Vegas Strip at Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel Casino and Spa, entertainment capital of the world. It's the Dennis Bono Show, featuring the Bob Rosario Ensemble and Corey Sachs. I'm Mike McHugh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the star of our show. Here's Dennis Bono.
Better watch out, better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, knows when you're away. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Look out, old Saint Nick is back. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see all of you again. Let me wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Holidays. And welcome to the South Point Hotel in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. If you would, please welcome my dear friends, the